Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we have a whiskey on the cask that has been a bit hyped in the past. Yeah, it's a not well-known whiskey, but it sells really well. And why is that? I found out, okay, they're doing a lot of marketing and it's kind of a unique whiskey. So where is the Sexton whiskey coming from and what is actually inside this bottle? 40% ABV and it's matured for 4 years in Oloroso sherry casks, 100% Irish barley, 3 triple distilled, and it's actually a non-distillery product because there is no distillery called the Sexton distillery. But they say it comes from the region Antrim in the Northern Ireland. And yeah, so Northern Ireland, there are not many distilleries there. So is it Bushmills? And they're not quite telling if it's Bushmills or not. But it was made by the master blender Alex Thomas. She's a woman and she used to work for Bushmills. And she developed this whiskey and also the design of the bottle, which is awesome. It's a old basalt, or I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the stone, from Northern Ireland, from the north coast of Ireland. And I read an interview with her, and she said, "Oh, it was shipped to the north coast of Ireland." So, okay, it was shipped to the north coast of Ireland. So it's not from Bushmills. It's definitely from somewhere down south and was shipped up north to the north coast of Ireland. And it actually was matured in an old Bushmills warehouse. And she also said they are planning to build a new distillery next to the river Bush. Yeah, so I guess they get their stuff from somewhere down south, from one of their distilleries, and now they have a 4-year-old whiskey and they want to just start off the brand and then invest into the distillery later to see if they can actually sell that stuff. And what is also interesting is it's a single malt, so it's definitely from malt whiskey, and distilled in copper pots. So it's distilled in copper pot still, in pot stills. So it's not a big column still whiskey. So it should be of a certain quality. I'm not quite sure. It's reasonably priced, I would say. And there's a lot of marketing behind that. A lot of young, hip people and urban people trying the whiskey, and a lot of Instagram feel-like pictures going around, and that's usually not a good sign if you're looking at quality. But let's have a fair taste and see if this whiskey is any good. Okay, smells not bad. Reasonable well to pour, but it looks cool. Definitely looks cool. Relatively mild taste with hints of honey, something fresh in there. What is that? Like a basil or something? A very mild mint, lemon mint, something like that. Hay, no, grass, honey. So it's a floral one. It's a not that floral, but like a herby, woody, outside type whiskey with a little bit of sweetness. Yep, a little bit of sweetness as well. But the nose is very eloquent and mild, laid back. Some complexity in there. Mmm. 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 Very mellow. You definitely feel the triple distilled. And it does have that Irish touch. It's a mild, mellow, slightly sweet, a little bit of nuttiness. What is that? I know that. Nuts, lemon. That definitely tastes like a candy, I know. Some sort of not gingerbread. A little bit of ginger in there as well. And you do realize that's a 40%er. So it's definitely one of these whiskeys that is beginner friendly, I would say. It's not very present, not very hard or anything. It's round, mellow, sweet, soft, triple distilled. With an interesting, nice, fresh, clean sweetness on top. A bit of honey in there. A little bit of candy in there. It's quite nice. So for one of these new designer whiskeys, I have to say, one of the best. One of the best. We have seen a lot of stuff that is just carried by the name or carried by the design that had really bad stuff in it. This is not one of them. This is a decent Irish whiskey in a designer bottle. But nonetheless, it's a decent Irish whiskey that has good qualities in there. Not bitter at all. Beginner friendly. I would definitely say, yeah, if you see one of these and the price is not too high for you, definite buy. Yeah, definite buy. So, thank you very much for watching. If you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share it with your friends, and see you next time.